Welcome to my Caribbean fiesta. Sit down, pull up a chair. I gotta tell you guys about this menu. First, salmon smothered with a guava barbecue sauce. We're laying that on a bed of black bean and mango salsa. And I'm going to give you a tip for making the perfect Latin-style rice. And for dessert, I've got popsicles dipped in rum and sugar. Then, I'm making a mojito with a tropical twist. It was simple and delicioso. I'm gonna show you how I did it. Let's go. They won't even know we were gone.
Simply delicioso. Ellos simply delicioso.
Time to start with our guava barbecue sauce, which is my Spanglish interpretation of a great American classic. Today, I'm putting it over fresh Atlantic salmon. This is the no more tears when chopping onions chica tip. It's great. And no, I don't normally keep them in the freezer, but actually it's a wonderful tip. You sort of solidify those gases and the liquids that make you cry. This way you're never crying again. We are going to start chopping 2 onions. I'm just gonna heat my oil until my onions are ready to go in there. This is some vegetable oil, about 2 to 3 tablespoons. I've got my onions ready to rock and roll. Love that sizzle. I'm gonna make my onions sweat it out for like 5 to 7 minutes, and now I'm gonna get my starring role ingredient, my guava paste. Ah, I love guava. I grew up eating this stuff. It's sort of sweet and it's got like a tarty, lemony flavor. And this you can find just about everywhere in the country nowadays. I've got 12 ounces here and all I really need is about 8. And what I love of guava is that you use it in sweet and in savory dishes like I'm doing today. And it's just gonna give me that Latin version of a barbecue sauce. I am such a barbecue lover that it was only a natural for me to come up with that. I need to get these guys to start melting the guava. This only takes a couple of minutes. Oh, time to put our stars in our food. Aren't they beautiful? Star anise. We're gonna do 3. It tastes like licorice. It's gonna give us that yummy flavor to our guava sauce. Okay, now we're gonna put in a little bit of curry. Just a little bit. It's just gonna give us that taste. We don't want it to overpower. I would say about a 1/4 teaspoon. It's about 1/2 teaspoon of allspice. And most people actually think that allspice is a blend of different spices. No, it's not. It's actually, it looks like a peppercorn, probably a little bit bigger in size, and it's got that sort of clovey, cinnamony flavor. I love it. I use a ton of allspice in a lot of recipes. Okay, let's add some apple cider vinegar, which is gonna be about 2 tablespoons. Love that. It's gonna give us that vinegar kick, and to top everything off, a little bit of roncito, just so we get our sauce a little bit drunk. This is about 2 tablespoons. Rum. Okay, and now, some tomato paste. And you know, I love these soups. By the way, it's gonna be about 2 tablespoons. And why do I like using these soups? Because a recipe like this one that just calls for 2 tablespoons, you don't open up a can and then have it lingering in the fridge and later sometimes in the garbage. So this is great not to waste. I'm gonna let this now cook together about 15 minutes. I love getting my fish the same day I'm gonna use it because it's gonna keep it oh so fresh. If you can't get your fish the same day, not to worry. A great way of storing it is when you keep it in your fridge on top of some ice in a bowl. It'll keep it nice and fresh. I'm going to spray my pan with vegetable cooking spray so that later my salmon won't stick. Here it goes. Look at that, how beautiful. Ah, nice and okay. I gotta wash these hands. It's always safe to wash your hands really well when you're using raw meats, fishes, poultry, etc. in order not to cross-contaminate. Okay, last but not least, some limon in our sauce. These limes are delicious. Okay, we're gonna use 2, which equals about 2 tablespoons. Okay, now I'm gonna squeeze some lime into my sauce, and I put it upside down. That way you make sure you get all of it out. My sauce has cooked. I gotta simply turn it off. Now I gotta let it cool for about 15 minutes. And guess what I've got coming? I'm making some Latin-style rice, a mojito with a taste of the tropics, and a black bean and veggie salsa that you won't believe. Later, I'm topping my salmon with a guava barbecue glaze, and wait till you see dessert.